Welcome to the Livio Candy's Music All-Stars Internet TV show with show host Steve Murray, brought to you live from the ISW's TV studios and Soundstage Theater on the sunny Indy Atlantic Florida beach. Now here's your show host, Steve Murray.
Hello and welcome to Livio Candy's Music All-Stars. Today we have Coleman Wilcox, a new and upcoming great guitar player.
Yeah.
Thank you. And a singer. I just heard him singing. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, you're 18 years old, are you?
Yeah.
And how long have you been playing?
I started playing back when I was 10, so I'd say it's actually I'm about to be 19, so around
about
9
9
years.
years?
Yeah.
And you started right in on the guitar and
Actually,
singing? Or?
it was back in 3rd grade. I did the clarinet, I did some wind instruments, and it just didn't fit with me.
Yeah.
So what happened was actually my brother, he was the first to get a guitar. He doesn't play anymore, but he's the first, and what I'd do was when he wasn't home, I'd sneak into his room and start just playing like one-note things like Iron Man.
Yeah.
He'd get pissed. He'd come home, start screaming when he found me, so eventually I convinced my parents.
Get you one.
Yeah. And then ever since I got it, I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's a similar story with me because I tried a couple of wind instruments. I tried like the trumpet. I couldn't. It gave me like a headache almost.
You play the trumpet?
Yeah, I tried that first, and I lasted about
That's
a
cool.
year. And then I did want to play the guitar, but I was only about 8 years old, and they said my fingers weren't long enough and full grown enough. So they said wait another year. So then I started.
That same thing. I was like 10 years old and I want to get lessons, and the person I was getting lessons from usually he's too young right now.
Yeah,
you have to be 13. So I ended up getting lessons from the guy when I was 13, and then I already played for 3 years. So.
Yeah, and that's sort of what happened with me when I got lessons later on. I was already playing. I knew all the chords, like all the bar
That's exactly,
chords.
yeah.
And he just told me the names of what I was playing. Like, oh, this is G and this is A, and A. When you take your finger off, it's A minor.
That's fine.
So that's all he
yeah.
just told me. And I said, all right, that's good enough. I'm on my own. And I just kept going from there by playing along with bands, like you probably do. Do you play along with albums, CDs, or?
Oh, yeah, I did that I still do it now, but
yeah, we all.
That's exactly that's how I started. I was playing with the
picking
you play
up
with
by
the songs,
ear.
yeah.
Then you get used to what G and F and C and everything sound like anyway. And once you got that down, you can see how many songs that are kind of the same. But
exactly.
just, like I just heard you playing that Led Zeppelin song. That sounded really good.
Oh, thanks, yeah. That was actually one of the first ones I learned, like the chords.
Yeah.
Hey, what can I do?
But isn't that like kind of out of key a little bit? Because I tried to play along.
Oh, yeah, it is.
On the album.
They're half a step down, I think, is what it is.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, they completely half a step. Which Led Zeppelin does. I don't really do that. Normally they stay in the
regular
E,
4/40
but they did E
key
flat, yeah.
For that one, for some reason, yeah.
I never actually played along with it.
And that one was actually never on an album. That one was like a B-side. It was the B-side of Immigrant Song.
I never understood that because that's one of their like hits right there.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why it never was on an album. Well, I guess they put it on a 45?
Yeah, on a 45 back then. It had Immigrants on. They put that as, the hit. But that didn't do as well as the other one did on the other side.
Is that right? Yeah, I didn't know which one did better. I know Immigrant Song was a big hit, though.
Yeah, but years later, now they played this one that you're playing even more because it's, more poppy, catchy.
Yeah.
You can jump
That's
in with the
definitely catchy.
lyrics and kind of sing along with it. But, yeah, so that sounds really good. So you're doing an electric guitar band, you sing and play the guitar and got bass and drums? Or?
And it's funny because when I first started doing the band thing, I didn't want to sing. I never thought I wanted to. I was just I didn't think I was a singer type. And what happened was no one stepped up to the plate, so I was just you know what, I'll give it a go. And I won't lie, I wasn't that good for a while, but eventually I actually fell in love with singing. I like singing as much as I like playing the guitar now. So it started to...
Yeah, now you're doing both.
Yeah, I'm glad I did it, yeah. But
yeah, and you're still young enough where you're just going to improve. I did sing in the beginning too, and then I just felt like when I was progressing on the guitar, I was learning harder time things and everything where I couldn't sing.
Yeah,
on
there is
time.
some songs like I can't do because it's like
It's
the best way to put it. It's like that old like saying like try to like pat your stomach, rub your head.
Yeah,
Because you can't really sing and do a weird rhythm at the same
yeah,
time.
and that's where my
So,
problem was. And I went, and all the bands of the time, even Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page was just Jimmy Page. He didn't sing anything.
Oh yeah.
But some of the songs were singable, because you just did one. I mean, where you could sing.
Oh
and
yeah,
play it.
those ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a few Led Zeppelins that I couldn't do.
Yeah,
Because
of the way he's playing.
Right now, my band's a 3-piece, but we were a 4-piece, and that's like I used to rely more on the rhythm guitars, so I could sing more. So it was kind of weird to transition over to the 3-piece, because then I started having to like play a lot more. Like I would do the lead, and then when we were in the 4-piece, but you get better at it. Yeah. Yeah, I could always.
But now
he
you
would
gotta
take
keep the whole thing going with one guitar.
And I won't lie, it was a weird transition. But now, like we got everything pretty tight, and I enjoy doing it.
Yeah,
and
I think it's better in the long run if you are 3-piece, because when the guitar solo was being played, I like just playing along with the bass and the drums.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
need
all
another
fell in
guy
love with
hacking
playing
away on the chords or something when I'm trying to play a lead. It throws me off sometimes. Especially if they're a little bit too loud.
Oh yeah.
On the rhythm when I'm trying
that
to
used
play
to
a
happen
lead.
too. Yeah, sometimes our rhythm guitarist
would be too loud, and it's just get rid of you and just have the bass. Thanks. So it's working out the 3-piece. So the name of the band is Rough Edges.
Yeah, Rough Edges.
Are you playing any of your own original songs you made up, or?
That's actually I've been working on some. Because we want to start getting out there and doing like originals, and we're on summer vacation, and we're gonna kick it into gear and actually start writing more original. Yeah, I got some in the works, and I got some words and stuff, and I've actually written like a bunch of. I got the music for it, but for some reason, I always get stumped writing the words. It's like I feel like it's something you eventually. It gets easier. I mean, all these bands write so many songs, but yeah, I just got to get past that. It's like writer's block or something like that, I guess.
And that's kind of the way that I do it. And if I can't get the words, I just move on to the next one musically. I just learn, like, if I'm on a roll musically, I'll just keep going and recording. Like, just small recordings to remember.
Yeah.
These little guitar riffs and stuff I come up with. Because a lot of times you'll forget them the next day. What was that cool thing I was playing last night? I can't remember it.
Oh, that's happened. Yeah, I've written some things, and I'm just going at it forever.
And you're playing the same chords, but it don't sound the same as last night. What happened?
Yeah, I actually got this. There's this website. It's called it's not a. You go to a website. It's called Audacity.
Oh yeah.
You guys use that? So I started doing that where if I think I'm gonna forget something, lately every time like I come up with something, I record it on there, save it. Yeah. I can go back and be like, all right, that's what I did. Because it's happened a few times where I played something, and there's still some things, like there's something I really liked, and I don't even remember what it was. So ever since that I was like, I got to do this. Yeah. So I just record everything on there.
I think guys have been doing that all the way back, with the cassette players and everything. Because if you're practicing a lot, you're going to come up with stuff here and there. And it's like, wow, that's good. Let me save that because I'm going to forget it. And usually that comes after you're playing like 2 or 3 hours, so it's not something that you're going to come up with. And I like songs that have a guitar riff. It's got to have some kind of guitar riff to
the
start
riffs
off.
Is what
makes
it.
Without that.
I think everyone, the first thing they ever played, which is
probably
Deep Purple or something like that.
Yeah, or
Iron Man. Actually, that was the first two that I was saying. I went to my brother's room. Those were the first two. I was like, oh, man.
But nobody ever finishes the Deep Purple
they don't finish
song.
it. Yeah, they just do the first part.
What about the rest? Play the guitar solo. That's where it gets a little difficult.
That's why, like, yeah, that's why I stuck with it, because I was like, man, that'd be so sweet if I could do like these solos.
Yeah, and do them the right way, yeah. And I did it on Highway Star. I even figured out the keyboard part.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because
I learned a while ago. Yeah, I did the
So
I did the like I got down the Highway Star solo, which I thought was awesome. But yeah, I never did the keyboard part.
Yeah, I had to get through it. So all I do, I put
So
the
did
phaser
you do?
on.
Did you actually do the? That's pretty sweet. So you did the exact like keyboard part?
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
I just figured it out, and that's a little.
I planned on doing that, and then I never stuck with it, and I never got it down. But
yeah,
that's
because
sweet.
nobody. That's more of a highway song. Everybody plays
Yeah.
Born to Be Wild. I'd rather play Highway Star. You know, it's a little cooler. All right, we're going to be back in 5 minutes right after this, and we're going to be watching a video of Rough Edges with Coleman. And what's with me? We're going to watch me. We're going to watch me first playing Ode to G, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Livio Candy's Music All-Stars after this short break. back to Livio Candy's Music All-Stars.
Welcome back. There they are.
It's good.
Come on, they gotta be a little louder. Come on, people! Yeah! Okay, a little abrupt cutoff there, but we're back with Coleman Wilcox.
How you guys doing?
We're talking about the guitar stuff pretty much because we're guitar players and now you're a singer. We talked about singers in the break. And maybe I should become a singer too and I don't have to worry about have this problem anymore.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't like that song, damn it. Okay.
Come on, Steve. Better late than never.
Some of you know what we're talking about out there. Inside joke. That'll be on the outside now. Okay, so you're working with your band, Rough Edges. You're going to work on some original songs during the summertime.
Yeah.
You have gigs coming up with your cover songs and with your band now.
Oh yeah, we've been doing good actually. We just did a 3-day weekend, then we played on Wednesday over at O'Shucks, and then we just did a 2-day weekend. So we've been getting a lot of gigs, which is good.
Yeah, because you only get better. You get tighter when you're playing on stage.
Oh yeah, I could tell. That's I've watched videos from the first time we played and stuff like that, and that's like the best practice. Just keep playing and playing and playing.
Yeah, because you can rehearse at home all the time, and it's still different when you're playing with a band.
Oh yeah.
You kind of start feeling out each other, and he's going to do that all the time. Well, I could do this, and you'd start getting
I've
used to the way they
noticed
play.
we can read each other a lot better now.
better.
Like we know when someone's gonna do something. We know like when the bass player's gonna do some riff, or like when I'm gonna do something with lead, they can follow me good. And so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just after a while, you just start playing your routine, and you'll get really tight like that. Look at Jimi Hendrix. Is that one of you guys, or what? Do you like Jimi Hendrix?
oh yeah, what guitarist doesn't like Jimi Hendrix?
I
Is
know.
it?
And he's already been
Yeah,
around for
like
like 3 years, and he'll be known forever.
Yeah.
You'll see an
He
8-year-old
changed.
with a Jimi Hendrix shirt on. Yeah, he changed music.
the whole like just history of it. I mean, if it wasn't for him, there'd be a lot of things.
Yeah, because a lot of the 70s music came out with, the guitars sounded much better to previous sounding guitars. They were jangly and all that kind of, and then he came out with playing those Marshall stats on 10, and then
Like the
any
fuzz and
pedal,
wah.
those pedals just started
He
coming
took
out.
advantage of the wah. He definitely,
Yeah.
he's like, all right. Yeah, actually, I was watching a documentary. I thought this was pretty cool. I never knew this until, probably about maybe a year ago. He actually played with, I think it was called the Isley Brothers or something like that.
Yeah, earlier.
And there was an interview of the Isley Brothers, and they were talking. They said like they'd start singing, doing their thing, and he would just start going into like this lead. They're like, what are you doing? Stop. And he's like, no, this feels right. But yeah, I just thought it was funny because
They would stop him, and then
they would stop. They didn't like it at all, and then look
No.
where it took them.
Yeah,
And he's like, all right, well, I'm not going to do that anymore.
of course they
So, yeah.
wanted him to just stand in the back and
do
kind
the
of dance.
do the
and
simple
walk
chords.
the other
Yeah.
guy.
I saw a video of it too.
Me
thought
too.
It was
I
funny.
saw it
I
in
thought
black
it
and
was
white.
funny. He's just like
And then
just having a good old time.
he joined that other guy too, Little Richard too, and he's the piano player, and everything.
yeah.
And he's a wild guy too. And he said Jimi Hendrix was upstaging me. I had to get him off.
Oh yeah, I
had to
heard about
fire
that
him.
too. It's funny.
Because he was, but that was like, it looked so natural, all the things that he did on the guitar. Like, even if he was playing with his teeth or smashing it against the amp, it was like a natural thing. It wasn't like he was breaking something. It was
Oh yeah, it
something,
wasn't forced at all. He just it poured out of him.
Yeah. All of it, and still later on with Stevie Ray Vaughan's and even like Robin Trower and all that, they kind of copped his riffs and perfected them. You know, perfected them.
Oh, yeah.
Jimi Hendrix played off the cuff, and he just would play leads for, you know, a half an hour.
Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan, he's another one like I love.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's one of my top idols. And I remember seeing an interview, and like I guess they're almost mad at him. They're like, "Oh, you're just trying to be like Jimi Hendrix." And he's like, "No, he's like a brother to me. I look up to him. I'm just carrying it on." And that's what he was. People were trying to say that like he's copying him, but it was different. He like you said, he perfected.
What? Yeah.
Kept it going.
Yeah. He perfected it. Where Jimi Hendrix was just coming out with stuff from, you know, he wasn't here that long, 3 years.
Yeah, so was it only 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years of playing. But he did so many concerts, and when they played live, you know, his guitar solos would go on forever. And he would be, you know, coming on to new things and everything. And that's what people later on, like Stevie Ray Vaughan, were like, wow, what did he play there? And then pick it out and perfect it.
Oh, yeah, he experimented a lot.
Yeah.
Just making weird noises.
Yeah.
He experimented. That's why I love him.
Yeah.
I try to do that too. Like stuff that won't really fit, like I'll be like, or people won't think it'll fit. I'll just do weird kind of things to see if it works, and that's what he did. He's always experimenting, seeing like maybe this will work. He didn't care like if it sounded bad one time.
Yeah.
And that's how I found out, and then you just get better.
Yeah. And that's what he was doing. Because I hear it later on in Jimmy Page himself, because he'd play half-hour guitar solos too. And he was experimenting too. And he was in a different way.
Yeah, he definitely
was. He had a whole other thing going on.
Bow.
Yeah, that was something different. But even like his little things that he had in that blues realm, like that Since I've Been Loving You song, that guitar solo.
Oh, yeah.
That one is one of my favorites.
I haven't heard that one in a while. But I listened to my favorite concert. Honestly, I could probably watch it over and over again. Which I recommend anyone who wants to see a good Led Zeppelin concert is the Royal Albert Hall.
The earliest one.
It was 1970.
Yeah.
I can watch. They killed it. It was awesome.
And they would kind of just got together at that time, and they were
that whole thing. I love the song "Bring It On Home."
Yeah.
They do that good.
Yeah. I actually have that DVD. It's the whole. It's like pretty much from 1970 to 1980 after John Bonham died, but it has their last concert when they were playing. You know.
Yeah, that 1971 though, they were in their prime.
Yeah.
I mean, like
they were still younger and wanting it.
Robert Plant had his voice like perfect. I mean, it was sad because you could kind of hear his voice go through the years, which is understandable because he's such a high-pitched singer. I mean, it's people who sing really high because it's not natural, I guess, for like a man to be able to sing like that. So it goes kind of just fades away.
Going
I guess.
into that falsetto, I guess, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know much about singing, so I wouldn't, try to do anything to hurt my voice. A lot of singers, they'll drink a lot of beer,
smoke a lot of cigarettes. Also, that I think actually
dries out your throat.
I might be mistaken, but I thought I think Robert Plant had like some kind of like cancer or something like that. Maybe it wasn't him, but I thought that probably affected it a lot too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That 1971's unreal.
Yeah, I've watched it all the way through sometimes. When I get in a Led Zeppelin mood, I'll put on that DVD, and it's like from 70 to 80, and I can watch everything in between. And they even have a whole acoustic set where they're sitting down playing acoustics, and the bass player's playing the mandolin.
They did an acoustic show?
Yeah, that's the way they play.
Like going to California and stuff like that?
Yeah, they play in all those. I
gotta get that. I didn't know they did an acoustic. I mean, I've seen them do Going to California, but never like...
It was a part of that show that was in 73. The one they made the song Remains the Same movie out of. They actually sat down in Madison Square Garden and they played acoustics for a whole hour.
Yeah, I saw them do the California one, but I didn't know they actually sat there and did
they
like
did
a whole hour.
It's the same
see
one.
that.
Yeah, it's like a whole set. Oh, we'll be right back. That went quick. I have a Skype coming up. John Hurt is coming back from Colorado. We have Little Wing coming up on a video by Rough Edges with Coleman Wilcox on the guitar and singing. And stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Livio Candy's Music All-Stars after this short break.
Thanks
back to Livio Candy's Music All-Stars.
There they are. The audience just came in. Get back in here. Welcome back, everyone, to Livio Candy's Music All-Stars. And we have John Hurt back from Colorado. He was on 2 weeks ago, and he was going to update us with new information on what he's been doing with the band. Now, you said you had the full band feel now because you had the bass player,
David Givens from Zephyrs on bass. And he's working on his wife Anna's jazz album right now, but he's going to be getting another bass part done this week. And I got another lead track done over the weekend. He's got 12 drum parts done, and he's finding out if they want to have any percussion or anything. You listen to a tune, and it's like on Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones when Jimmy Miller jumps out with a tambourine on one of the choruses, starts hitting the tambourine. Wally's going to listen for if he can jab something in. And we had his guy named Ron Cameron that was in a band with Wally, a real good band in Canada, is singing on at least one tune, and I got his vocals into the Pro Tools session, but haven't had a chance to mix it down yet. But the holiday weekend gave me a little bit more time, and we're moving along. We want to get it done. I'd like to get it done before October, but October's kind of the deadline. And it's on schedule pretty good. Something could mess us up, but it's coming along. And
so what's going on with the Tommy Bolin Music Festival this year?
Well, that's a good bit of news. Greg Hampton was there last year, but Greg Hampton's going to play in the tribute band again. And people that know Tommy know that Greg's been doing a lot of Tommy Bolin releases, like the remaster of the teaser album and the tribute album that had Joe Bonamassa and Peter Frampton and people like that on it. Greg is the guy producing the Tommy Bolin new audio products,
Yeah.
All the Tommy Bolin archive stuff, including the 5 CDs I produced, or through Friday Music on, you can get it on iTunes, but all the new stuff coming out is Greg. And there is going to be an announcement for something exciting later in the year, but I can't talk about it, penalty of death. But later on this year, there will be some real big exciting news again. It seems like every year since 2008, there's been some big Tommy Bolin thing. Like they have two different Dean guitars made 2 different tribute guitars,
Yeah.
And Greg's come out with some albums. And the album you played on, Mr. Bolin's Late Night
Revival
and Midnight Adventure. Yeah, and there is something going to happen again this year too, but
yeah, I know a couple of things that are going to happen soon too. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it.
There'll be some stuff going on, though, that's for sure. But Greg's going to play at the Bolin Fest, and he's going to have a second guitar player, and I think I know who they're going to get, but it's not firm yet, so I don't want to say. And they got an AC/DC tribute band. I think we talked about it last time. Yeah. Is ostensibly the headliner. And AC/DC stuff's fun, so I guess it's cool. I frankly would like to see more Tommy Bolin stuff get run down at the fest. But if you get there and go to the fan jams, you can get quite a bit of Tommy there too.
It's certainly if I'm there, because I know everything from the beginning to end.
Yeah, I hope if you go, we get to play again.
Yeah, I hope I can make it up there.
I'm just a lonesome blues man.
All right.
Had to do something to break up my monotony.
So we're trying to get Johnny Bolin on here too.
Have you talked to him yet?
Well, we're kind of out of touch. We talked to him maybe, a week ago or 2?
Yeah, I was supposed to get back in touch with him when he wants to be on.
Yeah, we'll talk to him pretty soon about it.
Yeah, he called me the day or the day after we did the show I was on 2 weeks ago, And I told him about, he might have even called that day by coincidence. And I told him about it and said that he ought to at least do Skype. He's got to get someone to set Skype up for him. Johnny doesn't dig into computers that much on his own. He's learning how to use them finally. He used to just be postcards.
I noticed last night that he finally had a like page for himself.
Yeah. See this? This is a stack of postcards from Johnny Bolin.
Yeah.
Mr. Postcard Boy.
Yeah, that's the way he is. Yeah, I got him.
And we try and up each other. Like there's something crazy from when they were in South America and Anaheim from NAM. I haven't been able to go to NAM for a couple of years, but he's a big old postcard. And I think, and I'll bet Johnny got that because he and Tommy used to send postcards.
Yeah.
I had in my possession for a while one of the postcards that Tommy wrote to Karen, and I don't have it anymore. But I could just tell that family was into postcards back then in the '70s and stuff. There wasn't an easy way to communicate except for the phone or the mail, you know.
Yeah.
I think he just thinks he's personal. He likes real life stuff.
Yeah, because you postcard, you have to write on it, and you write what you're doing, and wherever you are, you pick up that postcard.
Yeah, you can feel it. Like this Albert Lee one he sent me. He digs up. We try and scoop each other. When I go to Las Vegas, I go to Caesar's Palace, and they've got a memorabilia shop, and I try and get cards to whip him. But this card looks like it was printed in 1963 or so. He takes them out of the drawer. So I get some cards Tommy might have touched back in the day, you know.
Wow.
I mean, it's an old card, but it's kind of cool. So you think you might make it to the fest this year?
I'm hoping. Who knows, you know.
Costs money.
I know, and I'm still paying for the last couple of years.
I might come up and get video of everybody.
When you were there a couple of years ago.
Well, for 2 years in a row.
I don't know how many times you played him. I played with Jim Dandy about 6 times in different. I played with him at the Chesterfield, and he sat in with us at one of the fests I did with Bobby Berge. But when I was at that, when you guys played the fest a couple of years ago, I was in the hallway getting ready to go out the side door. Jim Dandy was by himself in the hall, and I looked back down the hall just as I was going out the door, and I go, you know, who is that? I couldn't see because it was, you know, the hallway's kind of dark, and he was sideways, and he's like bending down with his card right in his face to the doorknob. It was sideways, and he's just grinning by himself. Puts in the card and goes like that. It's like watching a TV show. I'm going, man. By himself, he's still Jim Dandy, you know. Yeah. One of the great frontmen that I've ever worked with, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
if he's up there, you can just kind of take it easy and pick your shots.
Yeah.
If you're the main guy, you've got to be the guy.
Yeah.
But if Jim's working it, you can feed off of it, you know.
Yeah.
So I like playing with him.
Yeah, I like jamming with him, too. I did play with him a few times up there, you know, when I was there the last time, 2011. And we played at the Chesterfield, and he jammed with no, not the other one, the Brass Rail. Mm-hmm. He played with us there, and there's all kinds of pictures of that.
Yeah, I've seen pictures.
And that's when those girls were around, Craig's daughters, Aurora, and she was singing like Zephyr and all that stuff. You know, she started learning that. So
yeah, I haven't played at the Brass Rail yet, but I've seen a lot of pictures there. I played at the Chesterfield a number of times, and the Roadway Inn's Lounge where we do the fan jams every year. And if people are thinking about going, you got to get there a couple of days early and go to those jams because they got really cool players and it's serious music. And if someone who's kind of a newbie gets up, it's still charming, you know what I mean? It's old style hootenanny, but there's some hot music at those fan jams.
I know. The last 2 years I've had more fun at them, you know. Well, the real show is planned, but you get to jam at the jam. Yeah,
you'll find a lot of people that go that are aware of them. They agree with that. there's some you've got to make it to the fan jams.
Yeah, Russell
But-
said he liked them better.
Did
Russell,
Will say something?
no, that was JD over there. He said what?
Russell Bazette likes all the fan jams better than
Russell Bazette likes all the fan jams better.
Yeah. Well, anybody who's come into the fan jams likes the fan jams better. There's so many surprises. Like when I played with you guys, it was a surprise
Yeah,
to everyone. And usually it works out pretty good because there's a lot of good players, a lot of good drummers. If you got good drummers, you've got a good foot forward. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I played last year. I did more fan jamming in a while, and I played with 3 different drummers, and all 3 of them pulled their weight fine. So it was real fun.
well, when we came there in 2011, we came there about a week early, and we played. Johnny had us playing every day, daytime, nighttime. That Roxy place, and like we played at 1 to 5. Then he said, "Pack up, you're going over to the Brass Well, and you're playing there tonight."
Yeah.
And then he'd be up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Come on, help me with the PA equipment. I said, when does this guy sleep? I can't. We playing 2 gigs a day for the whole week leading up to the actual Tommy Bolin Fest.
Yeah.
And then Thursday night, that's when most other people came pulling in.
Yeah.
But I would get there. I think I left on Sunday, and would get there by Monday because I wanted to just make a week out of it, and just be in town and be, and comfortable playing. So, and he would have us working right away. Well, what he was doing is he was getting us free hotel rooms and free food and everything. He says, look, you play here, you got a hotel room, two rooms tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And then the owner of the Roxy would get us 2 rooms for the night, and then we played at the other place, and then we got 4 meals. So I liked it, just playing for food and rooms. We had our regular cash money, so it was pretty cool, to do it like that. And then, it led up to where I played with you guys on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday, I forgot what day, I think it was Saturday, on the actual Tommy Bolin Fest.
Yeah, I might try and make it out on Wednesday this year to do the Chesterfield. They do that every week.
Yeah, we played there too. And we have good videos of that, But we have our video guy, JD, you know him.
Did you ever get to see the Tommy Bolin stuff at the museum? I'm not
No.
sure that's...
That's the only thing I didn't get to when I was there that year.
Yeah.
And that was the
I've
first
seen
year.
I've seen a lot of the stuff at Johnny's house, like the fan from the Private Eyes album.
Yeah.
If anybody is listening that's like a Tommy Bolin fan, we'd go to Johnny Bolin's house, and his attic was like a room full of Tommy's stuff and posters that you haven't seen before. And the fan from the Private Eyes album, his snakeskin boots.
Yeah.
old record.
Yeah. I've been up there. I have a picture of me behind the fan.
They had some stuff at the museum.
I hear
They had some
something.
stuff at the museum I haven't seen before, though. They had like a James Gang coat I haven't seen before. And some people had some stuff that I never had access to that I saw at the museum, and that was cool. It's
I've seen
weird.
a few pictures of different things from the museum, but I haven't actually been there. But I know I will probably go there if I come up there. I hope I can make it.
I never saw Tommy's old Sound City cabinet until it got used at a fest. I haven't been down to the basement. Johnny's basement was kind of had a caving in or something. He made it seem like I don't want to go down there, but they got it all fixed up and stuff. And I've played with him in his living room with Johnny Bolin playing like a snare drum with a T-shirt on it like this. He likes playing old pop tunes, like tunes by White Elephant or something, and bands like that. I'm going, man, I can't believe you know all these tunes. I think Tommy knew a lot of tunes too, more than average rock guys their age did when Tommy Bolin was. Because with Patch of Blue, when he was 15, he was playing It's Not Unusual and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Most guys at that age are playing like basic 1-4-5 blues-based rock tunes and stuff. You know what I mean? those guys in Sioux City learned some stuff.
Well, wait till you see Coleman Wilcox in a minute. Right after the commercial break, he's going to play live. He's 18 years old, and he's going to play acoustic and sing a song. I'm not sure what song you're going to sing that.
I could do that one or another one.
All right. Well, you're going to have to check him out. Because we heard him at the sound check. And we're like, wow, he's better than those old guys. He's the new generation. Yes, we're on break now, so thank you for coming back on and let us know what's going on with you, and you're welcome to come back anytime. I'm going to try to get Johnny Bolin on the show as soon as possible. Like I said, cool. He's going to work up his...
Yeah. And the word out again that there's going to be some exciting stuff, Tommy Bolin stuff going on again later in the year. So if people have been cooking on Tommy the last few years, hang in there. There's a couple more really cool things going to happen.
I know.
And Bolin Fest.
Yeah.
See ya.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Take it easy.
See you too, Will.
Will's out there. And the audience, where are you?
All right. Yeah.
That damn audience. We'll be right back and watch him play his song.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Livio Candy's Music All-Stars after this short break.
must be lonely.
Welcome back to Livio Candy's Music All-Stars.
Hey everybody, I would just want to thank everybody here at the studio for letting me come down and do this. I had a great time and play a little music for you. This is Stevie Ray Vaughan. I heard about loving, giving sight to the blind. My baby loving cause the sun to shine. She's my sweet little baby. She my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm her little lover boy.
Love my baby with heart and soul. Love like eyes won't ever grow. She's my sweet little baby. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm a little lover boy. I love my baby like the finest wine. I stick with her till the end of time. She's my sweet little baby. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. And I'm her little lover boy. I love my baby, she's long and lean. You mess with her, you see a man get mean. She's my sweet little baby. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm a little lover boy. I love my baby with heart and soul. Love like ours won't never grow old. She's my sweet little baby. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm her little lover boy. Hey. Wanna tell you about the girl I love. My, she looks so fine. She's the only one that I've been dreaming of. Maybe someday she'll be all mine. I wanna tell her that I love her so, thrill her with every touch. I need to tell her she's the only one I really love. Got a woman wanna bow all day. I got a woman and she won't be true, no. I got a woman stay drunk all the time. I got a little woman and she won't be true. Sunday morning when we go down to church, I see the men folks standing in line. I'll say they come to pray to the Lord when my little girl, she looks so fine. In the evening when the sun is sinking low, everybody's with the one they love. Walk the town, keep searching all around, looking for my street corner girl. I got a woman wanna bow all day. I got a woman and she won't be true, no. I got a woman stay drunk all the time. I said I got a little woman and she won't be true. And in the bars where the men who play guitar, singing, drinking, remember the time. Oh, my little lover does a midnight shift. I see her bar all the time. Guess there's just one thing left for me to do. I'll pack my bags, move on my way. Got a worried mind thinking what I thought was mine. I'm gonna leave it where the guitars play. I got a woman wanna ball all day. I got a woman and she won't be true, no. I got a woman stay drunk all the time. I said I got a little woman and she won't be true. Oh, hey, hey, what can I do? Hey, hey, what can I say? I got a woman wanna blow me. Thank you.